So what is going on, everyone? Fernando Silva here with another video, and as everybody knows, Apple released their new Airtags that should start arriving at the end of this week to all the people that actually pre-ordered it, right? So with a new Apple device, a new Apple product category, obviously we gotta talk about accessories, right? And especially with these Airtags, the fact that you need an accessory for it to, basically function how it should, because there's no added clip, there's no little circle for you to clip anything on there. So Apple's basically saying you either hide it in a bag or any other object that you want to track, or you buy accessories to be able to hang those AirTags or put those AirTags where you see fit. So today I want to talk about one AirTag accessory that honestly has blown me away, even to the point where I don't even have AirTags quite on me yet. They should arrive on Friday, but I do want to give you guys a sneak peek and show you exactly what some of the possibilities with this AirTag tracking could be. And this one by FollowPaw is one of the best ones I've seen so far because it solves such a specific issue, which is peace of mind, basically letting you know that your animal is safe and you know exactly where that animal is going to be at all times. So without further ado, let's talk about FollowPaw and their dog collars. So if you guys have been following the channel for a little while, then you might have seen a couple cameos of my dog Archie, who is a 2-year-old Shiba Inu. We got him when he was 8 weeks old, so I've had him since he was a puppy, and the connection we have is awesome. But one of the main things with Shibas is that they're very hard to train, and they're known to run away at the sight of anything that moves. Naturally, Shibas were bred to hunt small game, right? Like squirrels, rats, things like that. So they're like the cat of the dog world. So basically they see something and their instinct is to just run towards it, and then 5 minutes later they turn around and they have no idea where they are, right? So that's why he's not an off-leash kind of dog. But with that, what I wanted out of a dog collar or a tracking device is just a way to have peace of mind knowing that, hey, if Archie does somehow get away, if he does run away and chase after some other animal, then I'd be able to find him in some shape or manner. And a lot of the GPS dog trackers right now on the market are very expensive. You need other auxiliary products to make it work, like the Garmin one. Yeah, it's awesome that you can real-time track GPS your dog, but you gotta spend $400 on a collar and then $400 on a hub device to make it work and be able to track him in real time. And not only that, but you gotta charge it pretty much every single day, right? And then you have the other side of the spectrum, which is things like Tile that can kind of track it, but then when people buy it, they think it's a GPS, so they're kind of underwhelmed by the expectation or underwhelmed by the actual service that Tile provides and other tracking services like that. And I put that in quotations because you don't get a real live feed of that, right? So in comes FollowPaw and AirTags. So first off, let's talk about the actual product itself. So I unboxed it right here. I've actually had one for a very long time, but I got another one just to kind of show you guys the unboxing experience. It's very simple, right? You just open up the box, it has their branding, and inside, depending on what you get the collar or a leash or anything else that they have, right? And there's 3 main reasons as to why I gravitated towards FollowPaw, right? First off is they have eco-friendly on their forefront, right? So they want to make sure that they're helping the environment as much as possible, and that's why they chose the material of cork leather. So before that, I didn't really know what cork was. Obviously, I knew that cork was what's used to put on wine bottles before you open it and then to cork a bottle, right? That's what you think of when you think of cork. And that's the exact material that this stuff is made out of. Now, hear me out, it's not as brittle and as kind of easy to break as a bottle cap or as a wine bottle cork, right? Because this is made out of basically cork leather. So what they do is they kind of strip the outsides of the trees and then use that to manufacture this leather, which is amazing. So soft to the touch, very durable. Like I said, I've had mine since I want to say December on Archie, and it's been wonderful. And he yanks, and he is the worst walker of all time, and that thing hasn't even stretched at all, right? It's been perfect, no issues whatsoever. I haven't had any thought that it would break or anything like that, and it's just very premium materials that you would want to put on a dog that does pull a lot of the time. So as a collar, it works perfectly. And then reason number 2 is actually this fidlock mechanism. So most dog collars, all they really have is just a normal clip-on, and then you just kind of expect that to work, or people have harnesses, but even those, they use just a regular clip-on that you would see on a backpack or something like that, right? But then in comes fidlock, and fidlock I've seen it in the past, and then my first real experience was on this dog collar, right? I've never had it in a backpack or anything like that, but I know that fidlock is very premium. So basically it's a mechanism that is impossible to tear apart. I'm gonna have B-roll of not only my dog kind of yanking at it with no issues whatsoever, but then also you can pull a car with a fidlock, right? So you can see in the B-roll that it's very, very strong, and again, once it's clasped on, it's impossible to rip apart. And then the beauty of it is, if you do need to take it off quickly, or let's say there's an issue or a choking hazard because you're playing with another dog and something happens, you pull the little tab and immediately it comes off. So it's kind of this perfect world where if you need it to come off, it comes off instantly, but when you don't want it to come off, which is what a collar is supposed to do, it will not come off because of this fidlock tech. And I absolutely love fidlock. It's been working wonders on the dog collar, and so far, kudos to FollowPaw for putting it into a dog collar because I've never seen it on a dog collar. And then lastly, the main reason you guys are here is for that Airtag integration, right? So the reason they made this collar, right, not only for eco-friendliness and to show off the fidlock and to honestly just have a good collar solution for your dog or your animal or your pet, they wanted something that could integrate and have a little tech to it, right? So in come Airtags, which should be here on Friday, and I cannot wait to really test it out with the Airtags and see what that's like. So basically there's a little pocket on the inside of the dog collar that all you have to do is you slide in your Airtag, and then I was using the tile in the beginning because that was really my only option, but it does fit the tile sticker as well. So if you guys are in the tile ecosystem, by all means stick with it if you do enjoy that ecosystem because it does fit perfectly and it fits very snug. So once it's in, there's no like clasp or anything to hold it down because it's basically on pressure. So the only way to get it in is with human force, and the only way to take it out is again with human force to take it out. Because ideally, once you put it in there, you're only gonna take it off when you need to replace the battery once a year. So you slip it in there, and then all of a sudden, you have an Airtag accessory for your dog. And that's where the beauty of this new Airtag and Find My ecosystem works, right? With tile, it was a little hit or miss because there isn't a lot of tile out in the world, right? There's a decent amount, but it's not like there are as many tiles as there are iPhones in the world, or iPads, or MacBooks, or again, now other AirTags and AirPods Pro. These are all things that are gonna work with the Find My ecosystem that'll help target your dog and help find your dog if it does get lost. So that's what I love about this AirTag solution, right? There's just a lot more iDevices out in the world to help you locate your lost dog, and that's where I think AirTags is really just gonna shoot through the roof in terms of the competition when it comes to tile and anything else that comes out in that realm. And then in terms of comfort for the dog, I really don't think the dog notices it. It's very, very subtle. Again, you're dealing with Airtags and tiles which are this thin, and it just slides right in. It doesn't add any real bulk to the collar itself. And so far, I mean, again, Archie doesn't really mind it at all. And the one thing that I do want to test out is going to be pretty much, when a dog is lost, what the situation is like to find it. Because right now, the way Apple is doing it with the Airtags is, let's say, you lose your dog and you find out about 15 minutes later, like, oh my God, my dog isn't home. It must have ran outside through the backyard, but I have the Airtag on there, right? You mark that Airtag as lost, and then all of a sudden that Airtag starts sending beacon signals to people that are around 30 to 40 feet around, right? Basically saying to alert that person, like, hey, there's a lost item that somebody's trying to find. If you find it, tap the Airtag and help locate that lost item, right? So that is where the beauty of the Airtags start to come into play. And then again, if you're worried about the Airtag making a noise and making it worse for the animal and kind of freaking the animal out to the point where they're running away even farther and farther, Airtags don't sound off for 3 days unless you manually do it and you're within distance, right? So if you mark an item as lost, that Airtag won't sound off for another 3 days because the idea is to get people around that Airtag to really help out and find that first versus just starting to play super loud noises immediately. And again, you can't even play the loud noises if you're not within range. So if that's a main worry of yours, I totally understand that, but at the same time, I don't think it'll be too much of a hassle or anything that's gonna really deter somebody from purchasing this product and putting Airtags on, a living animal. But overall, that's pretty much gonna be it. So I'm gonna have more videos moving forward, probably a week after the Airtags come into the studio, because I do wanna test it out and see what it's like, but I wanted to put this in the forefront because this is just the beginning. Airtag accessories are gonna come all over the place, and I just thought this was awesome that somebody already had the mindset of, hey, I love my dog, my biggest fear is losing my dog. Why not bring both worlds together, add a little Apple with the Airtags, and bring some comfort, some quality, and some eco-friendly materials to really help that out, right? So overall, love FollowPaw, highly recommend it, even as just a dog collar, honestly. If you don't want to put an Airtag in there, you don't have to, but I recommend it to any dog owner. And definitely give it a try. I'll link it in the description below for anybody that wants to try it out. So leave a comment below. Are you guys gonna get Airtags? Do you have an animal? Do you think Airtags and animals would be a good fit? Do you think this is a solution we've all been waiting for, that kind of middle ground between a GPS tracker and then something like tile? Because again, Airtags will last you a year. It's gonna have great technology, software updates, you're part of the Apple ecosystem. I think it's gonna be a perfect middle ground, and then also Apple knows how to manage expectations with their products. Versus when you go out and get a tile thinking it's a GPS tracker, yeah, it's partially your fault for not doing the research on what it actually does, but then also from a marketing standpoint on the other company's side, it's probably their fault for not making it a little bit more specific and making you know exactly what you're getting. But again, that's gonna do it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's try to keep our animals as safe as possible with these new products that are coming into the market, and we'll go from there. But until next time, peace.